Thanks for letting me dust off my coaching skills. I hope that was, good enough to suffice.
Season 7 starts next week, so get out there and get your wins.
Get your wins and don't break your finger. Send them to us over social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. Make sure you add that in there.
That's right. Send your best plays, and we'll see you out there in Season 7.
Enjoy the game.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Hi everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. And on tap tonight, it's the Golden State Warriors going up against the Miami Heat here in Miami. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. Now Golden State's starting 5. We've got Goodwin. Rain Man is out there with King. Then there's Hampton. And it's McLeod. And up the 4. And for Miami, Murray out there with Frazier. Then it's Hughes. And it's Gomez in at the point. So, Coach, here we are in the heart of the NBA season. We can only hope that the second half is as good as the first half of the season.
Well, you're right. We saw some incredible moments in those first few months. But that's what you love about this game. Players these days, Kevin, are capable of doing the spectacular on a nightly basis.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Pass to Hughes. Here's Polides. Some solid D here from the Rain Man. To the left wing. Here's Goodwin. And too long on the shot. Heat on offense. Goodwin with a steal. Over Hughes. Goodwin. Good.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
And for a coach, you always appreciate when you're able to turn a stop into a score.
Now here's Murray. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Miami no good on that time either. Pass to King. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Now on the scoring column with that bucket, 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Hampton, and it's in there.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Now Hughes. His last outing, 16 points for him. Good ball movement here by the Heat. It's hauled in by Goodwin.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Shooting 2.
That's good from the Rain Man. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. For Miami, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's Gomez. What a tremendous game he played against Utah. 6 to shoot. And he converts the layup.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Good on the bucket.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And then Goodwin with the dunk.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the score by Golden State. Gomez passes to Murray. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring. How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy. Stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring. How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
.143 left in the first quarter. Here's Barrett. The kick out to Ball. A three-pointer, no good. And here's Golden State. They're on a 14-6 run. Moore passes to Raymond. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
The Heat trail by 10. Here's Gomez. Here's Ball. The putback, and Ball stays with it.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
To the inside, Jeffries makes it off the glass.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Gomez. Nothing on the board. Morris against Wesley. Here's Ball. It's tipped. Pass to Gomez. No good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap quickly.
24 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Left side, Ball. That's good from 17 feet away.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break with a 10-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one... And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Wilkins. White is out there with Rain Man, and it's Jeffries in at the 5 down low.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. The future of the NBA is digital. Commissioner Silver said streaming allows us to better engage fans through the personalization of telecasts, creating chat communities, buying products, playing fantasy. There's an enormous opportunity. We are just barely scratching the surface. Kevin, back to you.
It's getting interactive. Okay, thank you, Allie. And the first one drops. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
He's out in front in the East, a superstar talent, certainly worthy of accolades.
And getting the kind of attention you'd expect for a player having the kind of season he's having.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Rain Man passes to right. We've got 1:28 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Rain Man, and that's good. Lead pass to get it done. Rain Man's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
To the left side wing. Perkins, the pass to Gomez. Here's Morris. Goes back up. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Ball.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Here's Wright. And it's Miami with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
.26 seconds left in the first half. Here's Gomez. It's deflected, and that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Ball finds Morris. Fires from 14.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
Again, the miss by Morris. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
And that does it for the first half of play. Warriors ahead. They lead by 13. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic out there by Rain Man.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Frazier is out there with Murray. Then it's Hughes, and it's Gomez in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey guys, Rain Man in their last game against the Magic was tremendous. He dropped 35 points and he was very efficient with his shooting with a solid percentage in both field goals and free throws. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Allie, we appreciate the update. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on, see if he can't replicate that performance.
Miami no good on that time either.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second.
Whoa!
Gracious. And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Bollides. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hughes. And that one hits back iron.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
Pass to Rain Man. Takes a 3. Sinks the triple. Rain Man's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Barry's checked in for the Heat. Then for the Warriors, Richardson, he's checked in for Rain Man. And Moore subbed in for King. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to Barry. Misses off the left iron.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Richardson against Hughes. Here's Bollides. And he banks in the layup.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Warriors.
Warriors leading by 22. And Moore kicks to Richardson. To the right side. Pass to McLeod. 5 on the clock. Near the three-point line. It's Moore. It's hauled in by Frazier. Frazier's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And coach is looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
A different look for Miami. Ball's checked in for Frazier. Perkins comes in for Murray. And Morris subbed in for Hughes. And the Warriors making a change here. Pass to Jeffries.
Right here.
11 seconds left in the third. Here's Gomez. No good. Shot missing. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Warriors lead by 18. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Heat trail by 18. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. We've got Hampton. Rain Man is out there with King. Then it's Goodwin, and it's McLeod and up the 4 spot.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Here's Goodwin. Off target with his 3.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Hughes up top. Pass the ball. 2 points. That one goes. Ball's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Heat.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Fades away. And it's Rain Man missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
He gets that one.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Pass to King. To the paint. Here's Rain Man. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Inside, here's Hughes. Howard down with both hands.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Rain Man. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Rain Man's got 9 points here in the second half.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Pass to Gomez. Murray outside. That one good for 2.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Warriors leading by 14. Timeout called the Warriors. Hampton passes to Rain Man. Here's McLeod. Golden State moving the ball around. And it's Rain Man missing. Murray surveying the D. Pass to Hughes. Back to Murray for the 3. And it's McLeod with the rebound. McLeod's got 6 rebounds in the game. And then Goodwin with the dunk.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Gomez passes to Murray. Here's Gomez. Here's Ball. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
And he dunks it down.
Well, he leads everyone in scoring, and he shows no intention of slowing down.
The Heat trail by 16. In the corner, Murray with it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Here's Rain Man. Hughes covering. King, the pass to Rain Man. Fires the 3. And the Warriors get it back. That one goes in. And the Warriors lead by 15.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance.
Unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
And here are the Heat now, down by 15. Murray left side. The shot off that time.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
Here's Rain Man. Here's Hampton. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Hughes good. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Timeout called the Warriors. They're up by 15. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And the game pretty much over. Curious timeout here.
Well, they could be trying to just make a change just so their subs can close this game out.
It's time now to present our player of the game, Rain Man.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. "11 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Wilkins passes to Rain Man. No good from outside. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They came in here